I'm just going to plant this seed for the future. Maybe we can talk about it some other time. I do think this, for all the pressure we're putting on Magic to pull something off, sooner or later we got to realize that LeBron is acting as a GM as well. And if KD laughs off of the idea and CP3 passes on the idea and Paul George passes on the idea, that's not a good look for LeBron James.
Hot take right there. That, of course, was Will Cain yesterday on the Will Cain Show, saying too much focus on Magic and there should be more focus on LeBron in terms of recruiting players to LA. On that note, we bring him in. Hello, Will.
Hot take yesterday.
Yeah?
And then I think I just heard Brian Windhorst saying something similar just a moment ago. Am I wrong?
You are right. You are right. But let's find out if Max thinks you're right. Max, do you agree with that sentiment that you just heard, that it should be on LeBron to recruit the players, not Magic Johnson?
In the sense that perception is reality, yes, but I don't know that it's reality. In other words, it doesn't need to be other max contract players, particularly those who need the ball, to play with LeBron. In fact, that could be scaring some guys off because they will be used differently. We heard, I believe it was Windhorst, just in our last segment, who said, will Joel Embiid be okay standing in the corner, right? Well, the way Chris Bosh did, because he can do so much more than that. What it appears that LeBron needs at this stage in his career to compete for championships is one other need-the-ball player, a ball handler who can get his own shot and shoot from distance, Kyrie Irving. That's where you start with LeBron, so that he can, when he needs a rest, basically hand over the reins to someone else who is competent on a very high level and can do those things. Otherwise, he really does need role players. The thing is, just because guys do the same roles doesn't mean that they're equally effective. Chris Bosh's counting numbers never showed you that he was truly a great player in Miami, even while he was truly a great player in Miami. You could get another player to put up the same numbers Bosh did, at least his points, rebounds, and assists, and also serve that role and do a good job in it, but not do the same job Chris Bosh did. So, you know, Jordan Clarkson, not a good player. Sorry, it's just what it is. Rodney Hood looks like he might be a good player one day and is at least a reasonable rotation piece right now, but not Paul George. A guy like Paul George, his numbers on a team with LeBron, ideally will make him look like he's something less than a superstar. But keener observers will notice, if he's actually playing at a very high level on both ends of the floor, that he is still a great player. And in addition to that, he'd be likely to win championships. So, Will, insofar as perception is reality, you're right. In terms of what really needs to happen in order to give LeBron a chance to win and all that stuff, a Kemba Walker trade, maybe a Kawhi signing next year. As I mentioned, Clint Capella, you can put the right pieces around him now to set him up for success in the future without another max contract player joining him.
Max, I'm not dealing in the realm of perception. You are. I'm dealing in reality. Look, you're like that buddy who's trying to console LeBron because his party stunk. I'm trying to come up with, like, the perfect analogy here, but look, LeBron James wants a superstar to join him. Every report suggests as such, from Brian Windhorst to Adrian Wojnarowski to Stephen A. Smith. He wants Kawhi Leonard. He wants KD. He wants Paul George. He wants something more than the things you're coming up with, Max. He wants a superstar. So the analogy I guess we got to work with here is something like throwing a party and inviting all your best buddies to come. And when nobody shows up, for perhaps their own legitimate individual reasons, but the fact is you're still sitting around a party with a bunch of leftover beer and nobody to drink it with, you're the family member that comes in and goes, you know, LeBron, you're a good time if nobody shows up or not. You're giving us consolation prizes and telling us it's still okay. You're telling me Kemba Walker and Clint Capella, hold on. Okay, I'm going to let you rebut just one second. You're telling me that's a good fallback plan. But what you're not acknowledging is it's a fallback plan. LeBron wants a superstar. And in a summer where his best buddy, Chris Paul, is an undrafted free agent, he's right, or no, I'm sorry, is an unrestricted free agent, is available. Right. Paul George, born and raised in L.A. and dreamed of being a Laker, is available. Kawhi Leonard is trying to force his hand to L.A. to be with LeBron. If LeBron can't pull that off, Max, I'm sorry. That's embarrassing.
No, okay, this is why I mean it's perception. It would seem embarrassing to you because you assume he needs another superstar. LeBron wants to win championships.
No, he wants it. It's not about need. It's about want.
That's the only way he can re-enter the Jordan conversation is by adding to his championship trophy case. And I would give you a metaphor I think that is more accurate and also addresses the issue you bring up. I think it's more like LeBron's trying to start a band, and he's looking for a guitar player. But this is not the kind of music where the guitar player is going to be able to go off and show you, oh my God, he's Jimi Hendrix. You're asking Jimi Hendrix to play in Steely Dan, you know? You're asking the guy to be incredibly excellent, but within a system that will not feature him in such a way that people will realize how excellent he is. Now, that band will actually be the best chance guys like Paul George have to win a championship. But yes, they have to be sold on the fact that they will be perceived more like Chris Bosh than like LeBron James. And a lot of people say they want to win championships, but maybe they don't as much as they think they do.